I am going live to YouTube right now, and I'm gonna play the opening clip in just like 10 seconds.
Just kidding. I'm sorry.
9, 8, 7, 5, 4, and
all right. That was our theme song that my coworker produced, but will not tell me who the band is.
No information.
No, zero information. It is a fight song, and I am using it to get him to tell me who the fuck it is out of desperation. But it's a good song.
Who do we write the check
Who
to?
do we write the check
to? Tell us.
See your workaround.
All right. Welcome to Cheese Whiskey and Cheese Open Mic. I'm excited to be here, even though I've been living in the hell zone all day. Ben, you living in the hell zone?
Not today. Yesterday.
Not today.
All yesterday.
That's the nice thing about being married. The other nice thing that we experienced this week is that Ben and I have a farm share box.
Yep. Sure do.
Mm-hmm.
Fresh veggies.
You can tell by the books that we are middle class now. Yeah, moving on up. We did it. We worked so hard so we get a farm box every week. And this week we had melon. So we wrote this joke. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. You start the joke.
I'm not ready. Oh. Okay, I'm ready. Honey, do you love me?
I do, and I'd love to get married, but we can't elope.
Cantaloupe? I don't know nothing about marriage or cantaloupes, but I do like them big watermelon tits.
We wrote it together. I don't know, you guys. I've been like this week is really rough, and I really miss being out in the world. So I've started to get like real petty with my home appliances, and like just not dealing with them because I thought I was a no drama person, but it turns out I love drama, so I'm starting drama all over my fucking house. Like, for example, I got a fucking master burner on my stove that don't work for shit. And if you want to talk about gaslighting, every time I go up to it, it's called the master burner. It's the biggest fucking burner. It cooks everything the fastest. All of the burners like pale in comparison to it. And it is like big dick fucking stove burner. And I go up to it and I'll be like, "Are you gonna work?" And he'll be like, "I promise you I'm gonna work. I'm gonna get to work real soon." And then I'll try to click it. It's like doesn't work. Then I try again. Doesn't work. It's an evil little fucking master burner. And then this is where the relationship with my stove becomes abusive. And I go, "All right, fine. We're going to take it to the limit. I'm going to light you with a lighter. If that's what you want, if you need like that extra push to get beyond regular ass fucking stove that works good, I'm a nice lady. I've had a lot of really terrible boyfriends. I'll push someone to work. Right? So I'll go in, I'll be like, click, 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 click. Eyebrows gone. I drew them on. I feel like they're on fleek, as the kids said like 10 years ago. When they were all still 20 and being like avocados. And now they're like, "Oh my God, we're so fucked." And I'm like, "I'm sorry, y'all." I'm like Generation X, and we just didn't do anything to help you out, and that's my fault. Those years I was supposed to be helping and creating employment for you, I was living in a Ford Tempo. So that's my bad. I'm trying to think about other appliances that I have negative feelings. I don't get along with the air conditioner. I'll tell you what. Every time I turn on the air conditioner, that bitch squawks like she's gonna quit too.
I like it because I know what that air conditioner sounds like.
I think part of it is because I've become very accustomed to being middle class. I didn't think in our lifetime that it was possible. Like Ben and I, you might think by knowing us recently that we're not scumbags, but we absolutely are. Like, if you even now invite us to a party, we will drink all your booze and leave. Like, we're not good people. Brandy's laughing. She's like, it's true, they do. They drink all your liquor and they will leave your house. Don't drive. Sometimes. Anyway, sorry, Mom. Sorry. But I can see now, like in like political debates where like middle class people are like grasping so tightly to being middle class. Like when I think about being poor again, I get fucking mad. I've gotten used to eating vegetables that all don't just come in one can and represent all the veg, aka veg all, which is the only vegetables you get at the food bank. Right? I do not miss going to the food bank and someone being like, where do I know you from? And I'll be like, I'm a comedian. And they'll go, oh, I think I saw you once. You must be famous. And I'm like, I am still here at the food bank. So I'm not famous. But then that guy gave us an extra cake. So,
yeah.
And if y'all don't know, at the food bank, they'll be like, we're not going to give you any food of nutritional value. But the fucking grocery store up the road has 2-year-old cakes for days. So you can this is happy birthday to someone else, scrape off the name and give it to your kid. It's like pretty good. And bonus, they will pray for you there. And if you've never been prayed for by a person who's really just hoping to win a convert, like I think it's a contest, they're like, they pray hard.
Yeah.
They like don't want you to go to hell. And they do want you to go to their weird like tin mega church.
It was hell.
Yeah, you'd be like, this is divided up with shower curtains. They're like, don't worry about it. That's God's will. I want to talk about one more thing, but I think I'll save it for later because we're gonna like get started with an awesome duo that's joining us. Technically, I'm gonna say 1.5 times. I want you all to welcome Michelle and Ben.
Thank you. It's nice to be here. We also have a third participant. That's why we've been on mute. She gets upset when we don't give her attention, even if she has a babysitter TV. But I was enjoying your all your stuff about middle class, because that's what I love about America is everyone claims they're middle class. You know, like poor people say they're lower middle class, rich people say they're upper middle class, and the middle class says, "Where is everyone?"
Hi, I'm Michelle.
And I'm Ben. We're real life married to each other. True story.
And yay. The thing is, some people don't believe that we're married to each other because we're both comedians. But it's like, if I'm going to lie about being married, I'm going to lie up. I'm going to say that I'm married to Ryan Felipe.
Me too. We're a throuple.
That's a throuple.
It's like a couple, but three. Throuple. Boom.
Nobody knows what
Look,
a throuple is.
we're going from couple to throuple
This
right
is a
now.
throuple,
This is
apparently.
a hijacking situation.
This is not what we intended.
Yeah, but now it's a trio act. No. Oh, now you're getting attention. Now you don't care. No. You have cherries in there.
This is just.
You want to watch TV?
You know, what's more important, being a comedian or a parent?
Comedian.
So,
As you can see, we do have a 2-year-old daughter. So if you hear something in the background,
don't worry, we just put her in a cage. Yes. All right, we'll take it out.
too bad the cage isn't soundproof.
All right. After the baby goes down, we have hot, passionate binge watching.
All night long.
Oh, it beats the alternative. Now we're smiling now, but we were actually arguing. We were arguing before the show.
And after.
You see, our baby's 2 and she makes a mess when she eats.
So I said, let's not stain her clothes. Just have her eat and only in a diaper.
And I was like, do you want to minimize laundry or teach table manners? Is she going to be like a 6-year-old who says, I want dinner, take my shirt off?
What kind of 6-year-old sounds like a truck driver? We're good at technology, as you can see from that. Probably better than the parenting we're doing right now.
Yeah. Yeah. One time my dad watched a Zoom comedy show.
He is not good at technology.
He didn't understand the whole video on or off button.
It was just his nose the entire 45 minutes.
And someone texted me saying, your dad was picking his nose with his pinky finger the entire show.
And we're like, how bored were you of watching us that you noticed which finger he was using?
What other details did you notice? Did he have Cheetos in his teeth?
That his sofa has plastic covers? That his wife's a hoarder.
Okay, neither of those were in the nose video. Now you're just complaining about my mother.
Oh, I love your mother. She gets her daughter some amazing baby clothes purchased 20 years ago.
My mom bought me baby clothing before I had my first boyfriend. She wasn't trying to pressure me to have kids. It was just a good sale.
And now Michelle has inherited her mom's hoarding tendencies.
No, I haven't.
Look, it's 5 months in. You're still hoarding toilet paper.
Mommy.
I am not hoarding toilet paper. I'm extending its lifespan.
I've seen you take a used tissue out of your bra, blow your nose, and put it back in.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Stop it, hoarder. You guys are from all over the place, or is this one local?
All over.
All over? Okay, yeah. See, this whole time we've been stuck in New York City. We've been stuck in New York City where you weren't supposed to leave your house for months except to protest.
I feel like saying, so where are you quarantining is the new so where do you summer?
It's been crazy these last few months.
It's almost like coronavirus said, I'm going to destroy society.
Then Antifa and white supremacists went, hold my beer.
One tiny upside of coronavirus is thanks to Fauci, we now have a doctor more famous than Dr. Phil, Dr. Oz, and Dr. Pepper.
Our Mount Rushmore of doctors is Dr. Fauci, Dr. House, Dr. Doom, and Dr. Doolittle.
Dr. House, Dr. Doom, and Dr. Doolittle is actually 3 different ways to describe Dr. Ben Carson.
Well, you guys are cool. Like last time we said this, someone got offended.
Because we didn't mention Dr. Strangelove and Dr. Evil.
I was gonna get there.
Nice. Ben is not a humble person. In fact, it's like insane how he thinks he's the greatest person of all time.
It's not insane once you get to know me.
But for whatever reason, he's not bragging about this. In just 2 months, he has over 100,000 TikTok followers.
The reason I don't brag is 155,000. The reason is because Michelle tells me it's all fake Chinese robots, and I can't disprove it.
I just don't understand how Ben became TikTok famous.
TikTok famous means any video I post gets thousands of.
We're gonna stop.
Eliana,
30
let me
seconds
finish the
left.
joke. TikTok famous means any video I post gets thousands of views, but I'm still eligible for food stamps. Pass. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Okay, Brewski's gonna host the show from now on until she doesn't want to do this. Nope, she hates it. Not only is she very large, she also smells very bad. So let's just move on to the next person. Give it up for Tori Stroud! Yay! Woo!
It's me. I just want to say, I can't believe that scumbags have so many books. That's and then also Michelle and Ben, I'm really appreciative to see some fellow Republicans. You mentioned putting your kid in a cage, so I was like, so me and my friend, though, we were raised on the old adage, you don't talk religion and politics. So now we are two full-grown men that don't know how to talk about religion or politics. And what we can do, though, is we can send baseless memes back and forth about religion and politics. And we've been friends for like 20 years, and I'm not even sure I know if he has any religious or political affiliation. I'll tell you who does have a political affiliation, and that is the guy that has been touting recently a 96% approval rating. That's right. Trump said that he had a 96% approval rating. I mean, now that's high if you don't know. I mean, to put it in perspective, less people think he knows how to read and write. So it's a high number. So you have to do some mental contortion here to get to this number, right? So obviously he doesn't like any poll that is not favorable to him. So there goes anything that doesn't come out of his own cabinet. Then obviously no Democrats. But then all the Republicans still don't like him. So then you have to get rid of like all the people that don't like him, who he calls rhinos or Republican in name only. All right. So, but even then, right. So what he's basically saying is, of the people who like me, I have a 96% approval rating, which still seems like a little low, right? Like, so anyways, we'll change the subject now. I don't want, religion and politics, but my wife sometimes catches me. No, you perverts. She catches me staring like off into space. Okay. And she's like, hey, what are you thinking about? And I'm like, nothing. And she's like, no, seriously, talk to me. Tell me what's wrong. And I guess I just say nothing because it's way easier to say that than, explain that. Well, I was thinking about how in vampire movies, how they all look like so sexy and really put together, but supposedly they can't use mirrors. Like, what the fuck's that all about? So I just say nothing. Oh, yeah. I used to be in the Army, and it always cracked me up at all the crazy rules. We had to read all these guidebooks all the time, the crazy rules we had. You absolutely knew that rule existed because someone had done it before or done the opposite before, right? Like, for instance, you're not supposed to put live ammunition in the back of a truck that is carrying fuel. That is a no-no that you would think would be common sense, but obviously someone did that. Also, in these videos, don't hit live ammunition with a hammer or a nail. And it just got me thinking, like, we read all these books and guidebooks just to like get indoctrinated with what we're supposed to do and what we're not supposed to do. And I was just wondering, like, what if we slip in there, like, don't invade other countries for profit? Like, yeah. But there are some crazy laws out there. Like, I just think it's absurd that we have to explicitly tell people not to hire children as labor. What that means is, if we didn't explicitly say that, people would hire children as labor. So that's just crazy that we have to tell people that. Or insider trading, right? We have to specifically tell people, don't financially ruin other people's lives so that you can afford a third Lamborghini. Like, we have to say that. I just feel like that should go without, but here we are in capitalist America, the land of the free. And I'll just end with this. I just am so tired of having to try to be politically correct. all the time right now. There's so many rules. It's just tough to try to keep up with it all. I mean, it's getting to the point where I just have to go around and treat everybody like I respect them. You know, it's just sick and tired of this. And with that, I yield my time.
I yield my time to the Congress. Ben had to leave because there is a burning smell in the air. So he's going to investigate that. Oh, he's back. Ben, what
Put
was
it out.
no.
Someone's grill.
Oh, someone's
Was it the dog?
we live in the suburbs, but we don't live in like a great part of the suburbs. And a house down the street from us has caught on fire 2 times this week. And like the fire department's like, I don't know why this keeps happening. And I'm like, you don't think maybe someone's trying to burn it the fuck down? Like, no, it's abandoned. I'm like, there's garbage out in front of it everywhere. I'm gonna do a little reading. So has anybody else been looking into their other hobbies while they're in quarantine? Do I have other hobbies? I don't know if y'all know this. In addition to my fashion sense, I also, which nobody gives a fuck about because I just wear exercise pants and booty shorts at this point, but I also really love to draw, and a lot of people don't know that about me. So I'm gonna read you. I made an illuminated manuscript like I was in juvenile hall. Right? It looks just like I got caught like stealing shitty clowns and a lady with like big tits. But it's actually I also combining my love of art with my love of my family. And I have a half sister who is a crazy person who believes all of the conspiracy theories online. So she sends me real incoherent text, which is piques interest, which is exciting. So this is an illuminated manuscript of a text she sent me.
Yeah.
And then also my mom will see that fucking our sister's crazy. Well, I'm sorry, my mom and I don't have the same sister. My mom's stepdaughter. It would be a real different family situation if we had the same sister. Although I think technically the adoption papers from my stepdad say that he adopted both of us, which is weird. At any rate, so this is from my sister. How many inches you get? Wish I had a fireplace. And actually, I miss living 6 floors up in the penthouse, they called it, because we sat on a hill. Apartment living was fun. I miss it. Got to see interesting, cool people all the time at the vending machines. Sometimes in the laundry room. That was also cool. In the summer, the breeze sounded like an ocean, and we had a pool back down where we could sit our badasses on the balcony with lights and patio ivy flowers everywhere. I miss that life. $1 million view. I'll show you pics sometime. It would be so cozy to open up the patio door. I'm not saying I don't like it here. I just enjoyed being up high. I'd run into neighbors sometime, and it became an everybody bring your booze party time. So that's just like a special note from my sister, who is very, very into Pizzagate still. Pretty much exclusively. I'm like, I don't know, a pizza restaurant, you think that like people who want to fuck kids gonna eat a steak first? Just saying. All right, y'all. With that, I'm gonna bring up Austin Trot. Woo!
Hey everybody. So crazy times we're living in. My brother actually got mad at me for teaching his kid the Pledge of Allegiance. Like, can you believe that? All because I told him it ends with, and this is not a form of brainwashing. You have to say that last part, otherwise your classmates could get brainwashed. So, I mean, you guys know I'm have a lot of political hot takes, and this one's my spiciest. Okay, like right out the gate, I want to be clear. I don't think the government invented AIDS. And I'll recognize the case against, which is basically seems like something they do. That is fair. That is a fair point. But this isn't as easy as like slipping fentanyl into the drug supply. Creating a virus is hard work. Like we see just from COVID how hard it is to make a vaccine, and that's a virus that doesn't even have to kill anyone. It just has to show up and look like the guy that does. If we can't figure out how to do that, do you really think we were able to get a highly contagious disease that disproportionately kills blacks, gays, and junkies, simultaneously pinching Reagan's G-spot from all three axes? You think we got that first try? No way. We would have had to do trials, and I don't know who you think they're gonna get to test it out on. But they're not going to Africa when there's a rural Alabama and Mississippi right here at home. Like, and listen, it's just not how these guys operate, you know? We're talking about the CIA here, capitalism's invisible army, and no capitalist ever got rich doing R&D, okay? They got rich the old-fashioned way, by already being rich. It's actually the only 100% effective method. And once you're there, you sit back and you wait to see things you'll want, and then you go, I'll take that. And if you coup the president, you get it on sale. I know, but if you look at the cost benefit analysis, it really is worth the Allende package. Like, I don't think we invented crack either. You know, we just looked out, saw it, and went, that looks like it could destroy a community. You know where to send it.
Oh.
And I know that sounds bad, but it is the closest thing to a small business loan our government has ever given the black community. And I know that sounds bad until you realize the closest thing to healthcare they ever gave them was syphilis.
Oh.
Funny because it's
But yeah, you know, AIDS is like the same thing. Like they saw it destroy other countries. It wasn't just here, it was worldwide. They just saw it ravage other nations and did nothing, if you could imagine. And then when it got here, they still did nothing, because when the guys saw the numbers on who it affected, the communities most hurt by it, they said, now, if we hold on this till Reagan's birthday, we don't have to get him a present. I think I used to date a girl who thought Reagan was the best president ever, and she is how I know these people cannot be reasoned with. Well, because like one of her more like disgusting beliefs, in my opinion, was she was against interracial relationships, and I think that's gross. But I did think I could move her on it because she was mixed. You are an interracial relationship inside of an interracial relationship. And it'd be one thing if she wasn't such a hypocrite about it, if she'd go home to her parents and be like, Mom, you got to kick the colonizer to the curb. Can't do it. But, you know, she's conservative. So obviously it's the non-white half that's the issue. And if you're wondering, like, obviously very different worldviews, we were together a long time. And if you're wondering how, 2 words, blowjob, eye contact, you'd be amazed how far it takes you. Like, I mean, and like, it's not like that's the only good thing about her. There were other good things, I assume. All right. Okay. I think, and this has been said before, but I think the way Black people do funerals is better than the way white people do, where it's very sad. And with Black funerals, it's much more of a celebration of life. And the only time it's sad is the 3 minutes when they play It's So Hard to Say Goodbye to Yesterday. And not to be like the white guy invading a Black space and taking credit, but I mean, that one's on us, you know? If white America's done one thing for the Black community, it's create funerals.
Oh!
On that note.
Yeah.
All right. Austin, you're killing them. You're killing them.
I think you just created a funeral because I'm dead.
I'm dead. I didn't like actually.
Literally.
I miss office bitches. I miss seeing the office bitches. We're like, how are you? Like, I'm living for it. And you're like, there's a half a muffin with your name on it in the teacher's lounge. Just a half. Excellent. And a bunch of stuff. Oh, can I say this one thing before Corbett? I'll bring you on. I've had a lot of thoughts today. I didn't think I had any jokes, but I have a lot of thoughts today. I saw, do you guys on Instagram get ads for Noom? No. Okay. All right, height, weight, proportion.
Okay, yeah, it's just
Yeah,
us.
all right. Fuck you, height, weight, proportionate people. Noom is a fucking weight loss thing that you do like online, and it's supposed to help you like mentally deal with your fatness, right? And like you're gonna be like, I don't need any cake because I'm strong and I'm capable and cake is bad, which is a lie because cake is good. But so I got this ad on Noom today where it was like healthy swaps you can do, and the swaps they showed y'all were a whole chicken and a 3 liter of like unidentifiable soda. Like, instead of eating a whole chicken, you know, I'm always doing, and a 3 liter of unidentifiable soda, it was like, what if you ate some carrots and drank some water? Like, I'm like, oh man, I've been eating a whole fucking chicken for every meal since like I was old enough to fend for myself. That's the problem, is I didn't know that the chicken was for a family. I was for me for one meal, and I should like, it's too much protein. I should start eating vegetables once in a while or I'm gonna die. No one ever told me before. I'm sorry. That happened to me today, and I needed to get it out. For reference, I'm doing keto, so I'm eating nothing but like hamburger beef scabs dried in a dehydrator, and cream cheese.
Yeah.
I feel great. I'm just kidding. All right, you guys. I want to welcome to the platform, which is kind of like a stage. They're synonyms. Corbett Cummins.
Woo!
Hey, everybody. Nicole, I don't get Noom, but I get tons of ads for intermittent fasting, which was, hey, this isn't anorexia. We have a cool name for it. And the ads are always like, first of all, you know, do it differently. Choose your body type. And the body type is always like a girl with 6 packs with huge tits and blonde hair. Second body type is a girl with 6-packs and huge tits and like, you know, red hair. Or the third body type, which is a girl with 6-packs, a great ass, huge tits, and like purple hair. And like, which one of these people are you? And fuck you. And I blocked them, then I blocked them, and I blocked them, and they keep coming after me. So feel your pain. I have this evening, ladies and gentlemen, I have a story for you all. As their storyteller, I'll tell you about myself. I consider myself to be what I call a elder hipster. As an elder hipster, what that means is that I had a lot of fun in my 20s. I had even more fun in my 30s. Now I have credit card debt and I work 2 jobs. As an elder hipster, I feel like I have a responsibility. My responsibility is not to put the younger hipsters in their place. I'm not a boomer, for fuck's sake. As an elder hipster, my job, I see as my responsibility to educate, to guide, and to move the younger hipsters into a mindful, silly place of drunkenness, crossfadedness, and whatever erotic activities they want to get into. As I said, I am working. I have a second job. My second job is delightful. I am driving for Lyft, and this job has me working late at night. Late this evening, in the story, I ended my shift close to my favorite pizza place, Hot Mama's Pizza in Capitol.
Yes.
Everyone, I think Nicole's the only person who's been to Hot Mama's Pizza, but you all know Hot Mama's Pizza. It is the place that has been saving souls slice by slice for 3 generations of hipsters. It is a tiny corner storefront. It has a couple tables inside, couple tables outside. It is staffed primarily by sassy lesbians with awesome haircuts, who serve as like the ruling judges of every. They're sort of like, remember in the Jungle Book where everyone deferred to the elephants? They're like the elephants. Capitol Hill hipsterdom. So I parked that night, and I'm heading towards my favorite pizza place, and I am parked to the west. I'm making my way east to the pizza place, and then I see off to the east, 2 blocks away, a gigantic herd of 20-something programmers heading towards my same pizza place. And as an elder hipster, I know that if they get to the door before me, they will take forever to order, because there is nothing slower and less decisive than a large group of drunken 20-year-olds. Also, with the amount of them, there's likely they would pick through all the pizza. I would have to wait for one. I might die. So, in order to beat them to the punch, I picked up my pace and I marched right to that door. And I got to the door just as they reached it as well. The head of the group was the lovely young lady who was as beautiful and adorable as she was short. And protocol dictated that I should acknowledge her because we got there at the same time. But I knew that if I acknowledged her, I would give her the opportunity to go first and then unleash the gates of hell and allow all of her friends to go in after her. So I chose to ignore her and just step into the store in front of her and her friends. I made my move, and I looked, and as I did, I locked eyes with the head lesbian, the way a baseball player locks eyes with the umpire when he slides into home base.
Yeah.
He gave me a nonchalant shrug that said, "Fuck you," which meant I was safe.
Yeah.
But it was not without cost. I was rude. I clearly violated protocol, and I had to stand for the punishment. And it came almost immediately, within seconds, no more than 6 inches behind me. This is obviously before COVID. But they began as only young 20-year-olds can do. And it was my job as the offender to accept it. And I was fine with this. But as I listened, I realized they weren't mad at me for cutting them off. They were saying things like everybody else and the whole line. And it became clear to me that I did not cut off just this group of programmers. I had cut off a line, a full-on queue of people who were waiting for pizza. And as I looked through the glass windows, I saw them all the way up the hill of people who I had denied their place in the line for pizza. I was mortified. My spine twisted into a knot, and there was only one thing that I could do, which is turn and accept my punishment and go to the back of the line. But ladies and gentlemen, this is where the story takes a I turned to lock eyes with the 20-year-olds who were dishing on me to accept my punishment, to say I was sorry and apologize. But as I did, the three in front of them looked at me aghast, as if I had committed a murder right in front of them. And then all three of them turned their bodies around so that they're shapely behind, facing me, and to cocoon themselves from any possible conversation. They literally blocked me out. The very thought of talking to me was too much. And this act of pure cowardice ignited something within me. Because let me tell you something, these kids thought that they could play with passive aggression. For 15 years, I breathe passive aggression. These kids needed to be taught a lesson on how to be passive. People complain about the Seattle Freeze. People complain about the passive aggressive nature of Seattle. That's the reason I fucking moved here.
Yeah.
And these kids are going to learn about it. So I turned back on my heel. And I faced, and now the counter was clear. It was my time to order. And I very slowly and methodically ordered every single slice of pizza available on the rack.
Yes!
I did it slowly, and I did it with an air of sort of, I don't know what I'm doing, so that the kids did not, by the time they realized what was going on, it was too late, and they were too big of cowards to say anything anyway. The best part about this story, or there's two best parts of this story. The first one is this. There is only one door in and out of that restaurant. So when I had my 2 boxes of pizza, I had to turn, go back to the door, ask them to move because I had too much pizza, walk right by them, and look back and watch as they stared as I went to the nearest homeless person and gave him all their pizza. Here's the second part about that story. Obviously, that last part is a total lie. And I hate to do that to you, but I think half of you figured out I was lying already, and the other half are going to figure out later, and I didn't want you to do that. But I wanted us to live in this fictional universe for just a moment when justice was dished out.
Yeah.
Oh, that was such a magical thing. That was magical. Ben, I'm hosting the show. I didn't wash my hair today. It's true. I really like that pizza place that Corbett was talking about. That place is delicious.
They still have cheese pizza for under $2. They still do a slice of pizza for under $2.
Yeah, but I mean, also, I want you guys to know that this pizza place is in the neighborhood where, like, the what was it, the Chop or I don't know.
It was close to the Chop. Yeah, it was about 2 blocks from the Chop.
2 blocks from the Chop. So if you got done with like protesting, you could be like,
you could just go down and Hot Mamas take care of you. Yeah, they were saving everyone's soul. Yeah.
That neighborhood also hosts a Walgreens where you can buy a bucket of lube that is called elbow grease. And
elbow grease.
And a gallon. And it's like you just shove your fist in and then shove your fist in. I'm sorry about that. I hate
you make it a little ducky. You make it a little ducky.
So you have to make a little ducky. It's not a punch. I worked at Babeland. I remember. That's a dildo.
That's right.
Seattle. Yeah, I'm very positive. You know, do whatever you want, guys. Hey!
Hey!
Speaking of dildo stores,
Wait, Seth, did you go to the dildo store, bud? No, he just wants his turn. Well, welcome to the next person to the platform, a guy who can totally go fuck himself. It's Peter!
What was that about? I officiated your wedding.
It was so performance.
No, you're done talking. It's my time. Jesus Christ. By the way, the neighborhood they were talking about, I lived in Seattle as well. Corbett didn't mention me when he was bringing people up. In that neighborhood, I got pooped on by a bird. And that's not how I thought I'd get AIDS in that neighborhood. But I moved to Seattle from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And the biggest difference between Milwaukee and Seattle that I noticed is that in Milwaukee, people don't kill themselves as often as they should. Guys, we did it. We did it, guys. We're white people on the internet talking about politics. We're doing it. Yeah, we're a hacky sack away from a Steve Miller concert. Change the world.
That hurts.
So today is day 4 in quarantine for me. Don't know what it is for you guys, but I'm down to 2 boxes of Apple Jacks. Starting to worry. And this pandemic has ruined awkward morning after calls. It used to be, you used to call someone up and say, hey, you should get tested. We did a bunch of cocaine and had crazy yacht party morning sex. Now it's, hey, you should get tested. I sat near you at Olive Garden. No, I used to be crazy. Corbett was talking about all this crazy Capitol Hill stuff and the dildo shop. I've had my experiences with that dildo shop. My favorite sandwich shop was next to the dildo.
Right.
Don't
That place is
try
awesome.
to marginalize me, Nicole. I am a worldly man. In my early 20s in Capitol Hill, I made love to a mermaid. Turned out to be a shark in a wig. So I like that one. You guys are wrong. I'm right. What I've been doing to pass the time during this little area of quarantine we're doing, I got this movie editing software where I could take movies, 2 movies, edit them together, make a way better movie. The first one I did is called I Am Legend of Bagger Vance. And in that, Will Smith is the last black golfer on earth. Next one is What's Love Got to Do with It's a Wonderful Life? That one, an angel shows Ike Turner what would happen if he didn't do all that stuff to Tina. And the third one, which I personally like, it's called Schindler's Bucket List. And on that list is Save the Jews and hang gliding. It's a fun prank next time you guys are outside. Go to a playground, Find a kid that looks a little like you. Run up to him and say, "Hey, I'm you from the future. Trust me on this. Go gay." And the look on their face is worth every one of the 500 feet I'm not allowed by Vegas. See, that joke is good because in the end, I was punished. So we did it, guys. We are making sure that I face consequences. I want to discuss my best friend in real life. Outside of people in this group, sorry, Randy. So my best friend, he's 6'4", black. I don't exaggerate when I say this, model gorgeous, and gay as a sunset brunch. It has occurred to me that when we're hanging out, someone said, "Don't you think that people will think you're gay if you're with him?" If they see this legit Adonis of a man, and they see the 5'9" hairy Jew from Wisconsin next to him, they'll assume I'm hung. Also, during this pandemic, I've noticed that nicer cars are delivering pizza. You know, a bunch of Range Rovers out there with my stuffed crust pizza. It's poetic justice. So it might be political. I don't know. What are we on the spectrum? So I'll close out because I'm sure that this has been the highlight of your life. I don't know if you guys are it. You know, if you take anything away from my set, whether you're black, white, or Asian, it's that Hispanic people are superior to us all. I could prove it. Just put on Spanish TV. They know how to properly utilize a midget. On American TV, it's like, oh, we got to show them in real life, and oh, we got to give them dignity. Everybody knows that dignity starts at 5 feet. On Spanish TV, they're like, hey, let's dress him like a cowboy and make him ride a sheep. That's quality family entertainment right there. You're right, I should have ended on something better. You could take it.
Run away from it. We gotta get out of here.
Look, I said that joke did not age well.
Yeah.
Oh, that was so funny like 4 years ago.
Yeah.
Not now.
Not now.
So was
So
I.
funny, like 2 feet ago.
Also, Ben's got a real short mom, so we don't do that.
Yeah.
We're gonna say goodbye
You
to
could have
everybody.
told me like at the beginning of that joke. You could have just.
You know
No
what?
one's stopping you from
I didn't know
interrupting
you were
me.
still doing midget jokes. It's fucking 2020, dude. They're little people.
I mean, like the baby heckled throughout the entire show. We can heckle. Like, why are we?
There's a fucking show.
She was not a heckler. She was a prop.
Ah, she wasn't a heckler. She was only a prop. I want to thank y'all for coming. It was exciting to meet new people. As usual, my parents were here because they've decided recently that they love me very much. Probably COVID related. I don't know. I have a weak immune system. So everybody tell me they like me. What is today? The 5th?
It is.
I want to let you guys know that it's a 20-day countdown to my 40th birthday. So if you're thinking about buying me something
Oysters.
or preparing a tribute, now's the time to start working on it.
Yeah.
If you want to send me a
Or
cardboard
right.
cutout of yourself,
Okay.
like I got friends, that would be also cool.
If you want to just drive by and honk and yell, yo, bitch!
Yo, bitch, because I will be sitting in my front yard wearing a tiara demanding attention because
And we see people are doing this up and down the street, so we're on it now.
yo, I spent $80 on fucking skincare lotions to make myself look younger at 40. So I'm gonna need y'all to acknowledge that in the drive-by situation.
All right.
I want to thank
Happy 30th.
everybody for coming, and I enjoy seeing y'all every time.
Yes.
Everybody.
I laughed so hard this week.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like